I'm just sharing you the YouTube link on the chat box. If anyone is not able to log in, then please share with the YouTube link.
Mahesh sir, can you also share the meeting ID on the chat window? Connected, है ना? Good evening, sir.
Yeah, very good evening, ma'am.
Sir, there are some queries that some participants are mentioning that they have registered, but they have not received the link to join.
Okay, so can you share the YouTube link to them?
Okay, yes, they have YouTube link, so I can ask them to join on the YouTube.
Yes, yes. I make it live on YouTube. That Kalpana Verma, they also join on the YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That Uta ma'am is also joined.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, Uta ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, we have received the 500 plus participants. We are waiting for some people. They are able to join. After 5 minutes, we will start the program.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
देखो जरा आ रही है?
हाँ, आई हैव ज्वाइंड एज पैनलिस्ट। अभी मैंने दूसरे मेरे मशीन से लॉगिन किया है।
Hello. Kaur ma'am, you can start. Kaur ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we are getting your voice.
Okay, okay. So can we start?
Yes, ma'am. You can.
Okay, okay. So welcome everyone. Very good evening. Thank you for joining for today's webinar. My name is Dr. Baljeet Kaur and I am representing as a coordinator from Institute of Management and Entrepreneurship Development, IMED Pune. Today we are presenting national webinar organized by Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be university, on effective and efficient writing of research papers for Web of Science, Scopus Index Journal, and conference papers using TypeSet Research Studio. As you know, research is important for any organization as well as for all academicians also. Before we get started, I would like to tell you that if you have any queries during the session, you can type them into your question box. In the chat box, you can write down all your queries. We will bring up during the presentation and we will also have time for questions at the end. So now without further delay, we will turn the time over to our speaker, Zishan Ahmed. He is trainer and consultant at Nexus Company, which is helping institute to increase their research productivity and output in Web of Science and Scopus. So we welcome you, sir. I request Zishan sir to start the session.
Jishan, please start.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for the lovely introduction. And also, I welcome all the participants who are a part of the webinar today. I also thank Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be university, for giving us an opportunity to do this webinar. So what we're doing is, Mahesh, can you just stop sharing your screen so that I can?
Yeah. Yes, you can share right now, Jishan.
Yeah, I'm just doing this. So I think you should be able to look at my screen now. Mahesh, are you able to look at my screen?
Yes, I am able to.
Sure, just one moment. Mahesh, just one moment, okay? Yeah, I think Mahesh, you're able to look at my screen. So we will just go ahead and start the webinar today. So first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the participants that are a part of the webinar, and also Bharati Vidyapeeth deemed to be university for giving us an opportunity for do this webinar. So during the presentation or during the webinar, we will, if you have any questions or during the presentation or during the demonstration as well. So if you have very specific questions, so you can just put that questions in the chat box. So everybody who's a part of this webinar have access to the chat box, so they just can go ahead and put any questions that they have. So we will have a question and answer session at the last session of the webinar, which would be about for a 15 to 20 minutes, right? And I will go ahead and answer each one of the questions one by one. So we will start by understanding some of the common problems that are faced by researchers today across the globe, right? So what are some of the most common problems that are faced by the research community today? Now, so typeset is actually a platform that helps you write your research in an effective and in an efficient manner. So we have been doing a lot of research from the past 5 years, and trying to understand what are some of the problems that an author or any researcher might face through the entire research journey. Now, some of the most common problems that are faced by researchers today is that the formatting takes a lot of time and manual effort. Now, let's imagine that you might be writing an article, you might be writing a research paper, or you might be writing an article in the subject area of physics, or it might be from chemistry or management, biology, or it might be of any subject area. Now, once you have chosen the subject area, the next thing that you do is you do your research, and then you just you put that on a paper, and then you try writing a research paper. Now, once you have written a research paper, then the next step that you would actually do in that process is to get it published by any of the journal in the same subject area. Now, if you're writing an article in the subject area of physics, you might be writing an article for American Institute of Physics, right? Or if you're writing for chemistry, so you might be looking to get published from the Royal Society of Chemistry, like this. Now, every journal, regardless of the subject area, has something called as a submission guideline. Now, if you just go on Google and just do a simple search, such as Elsevier journal guidelines, Elsevier guideline for authors, you will actually run across a kind of a PDF that will actually show you that what are the submissions. Just one moment. Yeah. So now, if you look at this particular Elsevier guideline, so there are a lot of guidelines that you'll have to actually go through. Now, these guidelines, each guidelines have a specific specifications that this is how a particular you can see that it should be like a 2-column fitting image and all this specifications. So currently, most of the researchers or authors today are writing the research paper using multiple other tools, such as they might be using a kind of a MS Word, or they might be using LaTeX, or they might be using a notepad, or they might be writing the research paper through in any of the way that they actually find it easier. Now, but if you wish to get that article, if you wish to get that paper published in any one of the journal, the first step is to format it according to the submission guidelines. submission guidelines of the Elsevier journal. Now, if you just go ahead and search on Google, you will actually get a lot of Elsevier submission guidelines, and then you'll be able to actually understand that every journal has a different guideline. Now, this is the same example that I had shown you. So we believe that formatting takes a lot of time and manual effort, because a particular author has to go through a multiple lines of submission guidelines, and then he has to come back to his paper and then format it according to their specifications. Now, as I was mentioning to you, that most of the research community today is writing the research articles either on MS Word or on LaTeX. So every every journal, or sorry, every university, so we have a lot of participants who are from different universities and different colleges. So every college and every university and even every institution actually arranges something called as a kind of a latex training session. Now, what I mean by a latex learning session is that if you wish to write a particular title in, kind of in latex, so you have to actually write a number of lines of code just to write a particular title. You actually need to write at least about 15 to 16 lines of code here, right? So this is how it is difficult for the researchers across the community to researchers across the globe to actually write a particular thesis in terms of latex. Now, we believe that just to write your particular paper, you actually need to you need to learn latex. Now, imagine that if you're from a subject area of physics, or you might be of subject area from chemistry, or you might be from subject area of biology, where you do not have any exposure to the programming languages. So in such cases, you might have to just learn latex just to write your research paper. So we believe that the learning curve for latex is really, really big, and it's a really huge learning curve. And latex can only be used just to write research papers. It doesn't have any other use case that you might be thinking to write for. Now, even in the latex, just to write a title page, this is the number of lines of code. And even after writing this code, you actually need to type in the content of your article as well, right? So that is the reason we believe that latex is really hard and it has a very huge learning curve. So as I was mentioning to you before, that there are no powerful tools currently in the research ecospace that are specifically built for research writing. So you might have come across a lot of other tools such as Mendeley or EndNote or PaperPile, which actually help you in citing or particularly formatting a particular reference, or some other tools which might be helping you in citing a particular reference as well. So, but there hasn't been a particular tool that is specifically built for research. And even if you look at MS Word is a generic editor. MS Word is Mahesh, could you just mute the participant?
1 second.
Yeah, I think Dr. S.R. Patil.
Yes. Yeah, I mute that.
Sure. Now when you so what I was saying is that there are no powerful tools currently in the research ecospace that actually does all of these things, such as the citing, the formatting, and building research on the same platform. So if you look at MS Word, so MS Word is a generic editor. So any a local kirana store guy or any such top companies can also be using MS Word to handle their business documents. And since we do not have any of the particular research editor, or we do not have any editor that is specifically built for research writing, many of the authors actually start using MS Word to write their articles. Now, one of the most common problem that is faced by the researchers or authors across the globe today is that collaboration with co-authors. Now, when I say collaboration with co-authors, what I mean is that a single research article can be written by multiple authors. So a research paper can have up to 5 co-authors as well. Now, how do you collaborate with them? So either you wish to collaborate with them online, or you would sit with them physically in a single space, and then probably you would think about it and collaborate directly on the platform. Or if you're using Google Doc, you should be able to do a collaboration online on the platform itself. So currently, apart from the MS, apart from the Google Doc, you do not have any powerful tool that can actually help you collaborate with the co-authors. Now, the other important problem that is faced by the researchers today is to get the document independently reviewed. Now, if you're writing a thesis, or if you're writing a research article, or if you have a guide, or if you have anybody else who's actually helping you write a research article, so in such case, what would actually happen is that you would have to go and personally meet them, or you have to just go ahead and send them a kind of a email to just get your document independently reviewed, and they will have a look at the document and they'll just go ahead and put in their comments on that. So you would actually do a lot of back and forth emails with them just to get their review, or just to get their feedback on the research article that you have written. So these are some of the common problems that are faced by the researchers across the research community today. Now, how does TypeSet actually bridge this gap? Now, what is TypeSet, you might ask me? Now, TypeSet is actually an authoring platform that actually helps researchers in terms of formatting, in terms of writing their research articles in an efficient manner. Now, so TypeSet is actually built to eliminate the formatting needs. Now, as I was mentioning to you before, Springer, if you search for Springer author guidelines, you will actually get an article which would give you the guidelines for a Springer journal. Now, if you wish to write an article for Springer journals, you actually need to understand this particular formatting guidelines. Now, what we have done on the typeset is we have automatically converted all of these guidelines into templates on the platform. So I will show that to you during the demonstration of during the live demonstration of the software. Now, TypeSet is actually built to eliminate the formatting needs. So we currently have 50,000 plus Scopus and Web of Science indexed formats available on the TypeSet platform. So you will be able to put a keyword and you'll be able to search any of the journal that you wish to write for. So we have journals across different subject areas, ranging from physics to astrophysics, from quantum mechanics to nanotechnology. You name any keyword and you should be able to find at least one or the other journal's format that is available on the platform. Now, how does it work? So basically, it's a clutter-free editor. You do not need any sort of a coding. So you can just go ahead and write a kind of an article. So you will be able to just go ahead and write an article, without any coding language, or without any programming necessary. Or so you can just basically, if you have written a research article in an MS Word, you will be able to just go ahead and upload that research article, choose a particular template, upload that MS Word document, and then just go ahead and the software will automatically format it according to the journal guideline. So now I'll show that to you during the live demonstration. Now, as I was mentioning to you before, that there are no powerful tools that are actually built for adding references, equations, figures, and tables. So TypeSet has been actually built to easily add references, equations, figures, and the tables. Right? And so now as I was mentioning to you before, that what we have done on TypeSet is we have converted all of these guidelines into a particular template. So whenever you upload a research article that is in MS Word, the software would automatically convert that according to the journal guideline. Now, once the software has automatically converted that into a journal guideline, you will be able to just go ahead and download a submission ready document in PDF, MS Word, or LaTeX formats, or whichever the format the journal accepts, you'll be able to go ahead and download that. Now, this is one of the major USPs that we believe that can actually help authors gain a lot of confidence and get their paper published in any one of the reputed journals. Now, what happens is, let's say if you're writing for Springer and by any chance Springer rejects your article. Now, if you just go ahead and wish to write it on Elsevier journal format, now this is the guide for authors for Elsevier. Right? Now, if you have written a research article in Springer, so their guidelines are completely different from the guidelines from Elsevier. Now, imagine that you have written a research article after spending so much of time, effort, and then by any chance Springer actually rejects your article. It might be of multiple reasons, probably because your article is not according to the submission guidelines, or the quality of the research might not be good, or the quality of English might not be good, or many such reasons. Okay. Now, there might be multiple reasons why a research article might actually get rejected. Now, in such case, an author would actually feel dejected that he spent so much of time formatting his research article according to Springer format. Now he has to again do the reformatting in terms of the Elsevier guideline. Now, in such case, the author actually feels that I have to rework, I have to do this rework again, which would require a lot of time and effort, and he would actually let it go, thinking that I will do it at a later point of time, and then he might just forget about getting his paper published in any one of the journals. Now, that is the problem that we have solved, that the software can actually help you in instant reformatting to suit a different journal style. So you can change from Springer to Elsevier, from Elsevier to Nature, or from Nature to IEEE, any of the journal that you wish to write a research article for. Now, so we have built a software, or we have built an editor that can actually help you seamlessly collaborate between the authors and between the users. So you should be able to go ahead and collaborate with users, seamlessly directly on the platform itself. Now, before we go on the product features, we can directly jump on the live demonstration of the software. Now, everybody who was a part of this webinar can just go and visit typeset.io, and then they can just go ahead and they can create a free account for themselves. So we are offering a free account up to 1,000. We're offering a free account up to 1,000 words. So any participant who wishes to create a free account for themselves, they can just go ahead and put in their email address and create an account for themselves. Now, once you log in, so you can click on login, and once you create an account, you can put in your email address and the password. And once you log in, so this is how the dashboard would look like. So once you land on the dashboard, so you will have an access to all the documents that you have been working on recently. So you can see these are some of the documents that you have been working on. Now, as I was mentioning to you before, that we have converted a lot of guidelines into templates. You can click on the templates gallery here, and you can search for any keyword. Now, as I was mentioning to you before, let's just search for physics. Right, so under physics, we have close to about 777 results, ranging from top publishers such as American Institute of Physics. We have Science Publishing Group. It might be from any of the journal from Springer, or it might be from UCL, it might be from Nature, or it might be from anywhere. So you can just go ahead and click on that, and you will be able to look at their template right away. Now, if this is the template of Nature Physics journal, now if you wish to look at the Science Publishing Group, let's just click on Engineering Physics, and this is how the document looks like. So this is their particular document. Now, similarly, if you wish to just Indian Journal of Physics, you click on View, and then you should be able to find their particular. So you can see every journal has a different style. So similarly, if you can go ahead and search for chemistry, you'll have many other journals who are actually listed under chemistry. So we have like Royal Society of Chemistry, like Polymer Chemistry. You can click on View, and this is how their article looks like. Right. So now, once you have selected a particular journal, you can click on Use Template With, and then you can upload your MS Word file. So when you click on my MS Word file, you can just go ahead and upload the research article that you've written in MS Word, and then you select that particular document and just click on Open. Now, when you click on Open, what happens is we have built an artificial intelligence engine that will actually understand the schematics of your document, and then it will automatically import all the content onto the editor. So you can see now that the document has been processed, and now this pop-up is telling you to get your output of polymer chemistry guidelines in just 4 simple steps. You click on Let's Go, and then this is the title. You select the title first, you click on Save and Continue, and then you select the authors and affiliations. You click on Save and Continue, and then you select the abstract. You click on Save and Continue, and then you go back to the references. You click on the first reference, and then you click on the last reference. Now, kindly pay attention that so we are integrated with Crossref. So if there are any erroneous information, such as you can see that in some of this particular reference styles, the name of the author is actually at the end of the references. All such corrections can automatically be done by the software. Now, even in such case, so if there is any erroneous information, the software can automatically update a particular reference. Now, once you have selected the reference, you click Save and Continue, and then you click Preview Formatted Document. Now, the moment you click on preview formatted document, the software will take easily about 30 to 60 seconds, depending on the internet connectivity. And then it will automatically convert this particular document, which was a single column document, into a Royal Society of Chemistry template. So this is a cloud-based software where you will be able to, go ahead and use this software from any part of the world with just a stable internet connection. Right now, you can see that this is the same article. You can see that the title is here, the name of the authors are here. You can see that the keywords are here, and everything is automatically formatted according to the journal style. You can see that all the images, the tables, and everything have automatically been imported, and they have been formatted according to the journal style. So this is how the software will actually help you in formatting a research article without no formatting to formatting to any of the journal guidelines. Now, when you click on edit on typeset, you will actually land on the editor where you will be able to go ahead and edit. If you wish to make any edit on the content, you should be able to make that edit here on the editor. Now, this editor looks quite similar to MS Word, so you can get used to the software, very easily. And this is a very easy to use software. Now, what you're looking at towards your right is actually the preview. So whatever you have written here, this is how the preview gets generated. Now you can see that there is an extra copy of keywords. I'm just going ahead and deleting it. Now, once I do any change here, you can see that there was an extra copy of keywords. Now, since we have deleted it, the software has changed, telling you that we have detected changes. You do a refresh. And now what the software will do is the software will remove this particular content from the PDF or from the preview. So you will be able to make any edit here on the editor itself. Now you can see here that you can insert multiple options from the insert option. Like you can now see that the keywords have been removed. So from the insert option, you can go ahead and insert a table, figure, code snippet, or equation. So most of the researchers today find it difficult to actually write, to insert their particular equation. Now you can click on, if you wish to add an inline equation or a standalone equation, you click wherever you wish to add an equation. Now for an example, if I wish to add it here, I'm just going and putting it here. And then I'll go ahead and click on insert. And from the equation, I'll be able to choose whether I wish to write an inline equation or whether I wish to write a standalone equation. If I write an inline equation, now let me move the cursor here and then insert equation inline. So we have a visual editor, very comprehensive visual editor that we have built, where you'll be able to go ahead and choose any of the mathematical functions. So like this, you can go ahead. So we have a built-in chemical table as well. So you can go ahead and choose any of the chemical elements. Like you can go ahead and choose from here, right? And if you have different matrices, or you can go ahead and choose the row size and everything, whatever you would want to do it in the mathematical function, you can go ahead and do that as well, like this. So if you have so this is how you'll be able to add a equation. Now, if the equation is already present in the document that you're uploading, the equation will automatically get migrated. But if you have a latex code or a BibTeX code of a particular equation, you can go ahead and add that as well. So when you click on, like we had a visual editor here, in the latex, you can see that a latex code gets generated whenever we create an equation. So here, rather than creating a visual editor, you can go ahead and add a latex code here as well. So if you have a latex code, so most of the math type or most of the equation creators will give you a latex equation, so you can go ahead and copy paste that here. So this is how you'll be able to add an equation. Now you can see that since we added an equation, now this software is telling you that you have to refresh to changes detected, refresh to preview changes. Now let's do a refresh, and this equation would actually start appearing in the introduction title. Right. So similarly, so if you wish to cite, so few of the journals makes it mandatory that any reference that is actually a part of the document should be actually cited in text. Now you have an option here, so you can see that all the references have been imported. So if you wish to cite that, just go to the particular reference, click the cursor there, then from the side, click on reference, and then you'll be able to select this particular reference. So let's say if you wish to select Fisher, you should be able to find that particular reference here. Now it is taking some time. Now you can see that my reference is appearing here. So click on this and this reference gets cited. So like this, similarly, if you wish to cite for any other references as well, you should be able to go ahead and cite that. Now, similarly here, let's search for YU. So the name of the author is Yu et al. Now let's search for YU. The software, yeah. Now you can see that the
And your voice is breaking.
yeah. Can you hear me now?
Ishan. Yeah, I'm getting the voice right now.
Yeah. I think there was a lag in the internet. Yeah. Now you can see that I have cited the particular reference in text. Now, similarly, if you wish to cite any, if you wish to, if you wish to cite any equation, or if you wish to cite any table, or if you wish to cite any figure, you can do so as well. So always remember that this is the only manual process that you have to do. So the caption of the figure will always be at the bottom of the figure. You have to come and copy paste it in the right box. Like you can cut this and paste it here, and then just delete this unnecessary table like this. So you should be able to do all of this editing in an automated fashion. Now we have cited references as well. Now you might ask me, how do you cite a table? So now you have something called as table 1 here. Let's just delete that. And from the cite option, let's click on table. And since it was table 1, so here's we'll click on table 1 and this gets cited. Basically, this is getting hyperlinked. So whenever you click on table 1, it will directly take you to the table 1. Like this. So if you wish to cite any figure as well, so move the cursor wherever you want to move to the figure. You click on cite and you click on figure and then choose the figure 1. And this gets cited here. So this is how you'll be able to cite a particular table or cite a particular figure. So this is how you'll be able to cite a particular figure, a table, equation, or a particular reference. Now, once you make any changes on the document, what you have to do is to look at those changes. You just have to go ahead and refresh here. Now, also one of the important feature is most of the researchers today find it difficult in formatting a particular image to make it a column fit image, reducing the size or all such difficulties. So now you can see that by default, the software has automatically converted this into a single page image. Now, if you wish to make it a column fit image, you can just go ahead and click on the search for that particular image, and from the 3 dots option, you can click here and then choose column fit. And then once you make a column fit, now the software tells you to refresh. You click on refresh, and now the same image should actually appear as a column fit image. So even after, yeah, now you can see that this same image actually has been converted into a column fit image. So this is how you should be able to go ahead and automatically format and take care of the formatting of the image, formatting of the images. Now also kindly pay attention when we uploaded a reference, the reference was styled, were following a completely different style. The name of the authors were actually at the end. But now you can see that the reference style, the name of the author is actually at the front. And even the DO has automatically been added by the software. So this is how the software will automatically take care of all the elements. Now, once you know that my document is ready, you just click on output, and from the PDF, you click on download. And then, so we have an option. So what happens here is few of the journals makes it mandatory that any of the references that are not cited should not appear in the reference. So you can see that since we cited only 2 reference, like 1 and 2, only that particular 1 and 2 reference is appearing here. Now, even after that, if you wish to download uncited reference, you select this tick mark and then you click on download. Now, once you download a PDF, you should be able to see a PDF that is a submissionary document to be downloaded within a span of about 30 to 60 seconds. So you can click on PDF and then just download, include uncited reference and download. Now you can see that my document has been downloaded. You click on open, and now this is how the document is looking like. So you can see that the equation that I've added here You can click on any one of, you can see that the references that we had cited, if you click on that, you can see that whenever I'm hovering here, so you can see that all of my tables and also the image that we had formatted is actually looking into a single column, sorry, into a column fit image. Now this image was left purposefully for the single page document. So now this is how you can see the formatting of all the references as well. It has been formatted according to the reference style of the Royal Society of Chemical Engineering. So this is how you will be able to format the same research article from no formatting into a general guideline of Royal Society of Chemistry. Now, if you wish by any chance after doing all of this, right? Now, if you wish to add any sort of line numbering, so few of the journals would actually make it mandatory that before submission, you have to actually add the line number. So in such cases, you can go on the layout, click on the layout, and from here, you can choose the line number settings. Either it can be non-numbered or it can be numbered on left. Now, once I do a numbered on left, I do a refresh. Now you will see that all my, the numbering would actually start from the left side. So all the lines that are present in the document would actually be denoted by a line number. Yeah, now you can see that this is how the line numbering has been done for the document. Now, once you've applied the line numbering, you can just go ahead and again click on output and download a PDF. But before that, I would also wish to show you a few changes here as well. So we would also give you, the software also give you an option to move the tables to the bottom or figures at the bottom or both at the bottom. So you have the choice to choose from anywhere. Like if I move both at the bottom and then do a refresh, all of the tables and equations that were all of the tables and the figures that were a part of the document would actually be shifted to at the end of the document. Now currently I've done that setting. Now I'll be able to show you. Yeah, now you can see that all the images and the tables have been moved to the end of the document. And now if you wish to download this article, you can just go ahead and click on output and download it. Now all the spacing settings, the page size, the font and everything is automatically set by the template. So we do not recommend using any one of the styles. But even in the bibliography style, you can just go ahead and choose from any one of the styles. So currently, the style that we are using here is actually the polymer chemistry style. But if you wish to change a style, you can go ahead and choose that as well. Now you can see that this particular style has been approved by the journal. Now, if you wish to add a different style, such as if you wish to add an APA style, let's search as APA. Or let's search as AMA. Yeah, now this is the AMA style, right? So you can see that this is the APA style. So now if you wish to apply an APA style or if you wish to apply an AMA style, you can just go ahead and search for any one of the style that you want. Now here we have default bibliographic styles for each journal, like IEEE style, interchange styles. You name any reference style and we would be having that particular style. So we currently have 22,356 bibliography styles on the platform, right? It might be ranging from MLA to any of the journal that you would want. Now this is the JAMA style. Now this is MLA style, Modern Language Association. You can click on apply and then you just do a refresh. So by default, whenever you choose a template, the reference, the bibliography style of that particular template would be approved by the journal. So ideally, we would not recommend you to go ahead and change any one of the bibliography style. But what I'm trying to show you here is just that you will be able to go ahead and use a particular reference style as well. Now you can see that the reference style has completely been changed. The number has been completely changed. So like this. So by default, you should be using this polymer chemistry because that is the template that we have chosen. Now, since we applied a few changes, now I will just go ahead and download this PDF and I'll show you how to, I'll compare this with the previous PDF that we had generated. Yeah, now you can see that these are few of the changes that we have apply it to the document, right? Now, after you have finalized that these are the changes that I want, you click on output, and from the PDF, you select on download, and then just include unsighted reference and download. And now you should see that the PDF that I will download will actually have the line numbers and all the changes that we had done on the document. Now, this is how you'll be able to go ahead and make all the changes to the software. Now, we also have a important feature that we have built in, which is the share button. Now, if you want to invite any of the PhD, if you wish to invite your guide, or if you wish to invite your co-author, you can add in their email, like mahesh@typeset.io. You click on invite, and then Mahesh gets added here. Now you get to choose whichever option that you want to add them, whether you can give them an edit option or you can give them suggestion option. So most of the time, if you're inviting a guide or somebody else, we would recommend you to go for a suggestion option. So you can give them can suggest, and now Mahesh would actually receive a link on his email address, and whenever he would click on that particular link, he would actually land on a suggestion mode, which I'll show you. Now you can see if I click on suggesting, now whatever Mahesh suggests will actually turn into green. So this is the mode that he will be able to work on. Now, since he is not the editor of the document, he will be in the suggestion mode. So whatever he will write, that will actually turn into green. Now you can see here that whatever Mahesh will write will turn into green. Or if Mahesh tells you to just go ahead and delete this content, now it will look like this. Now, since you are the editor of the document, when you log into the editing mode, you will have an option to edit, to either accept those changes or either to delete those changes. Like you have a tick mark. Now, if you just go ahead and accept these changes, the green color will turn into black. Now you can see that it turns into black. And then if you select this, content would get deleted. Now, after you make the changes, then again do a refresh. You should be able to change those. You should be able to look at those changes in the document here. Now, this was the PDF that we had downloaded after applying the line numbers. Now you can see that the line numbers have been automatically been added, and all the tables and the images have been moved to the end. Right. Now, after doing all of this, by any chance, if a research article gets rejected, right? Now, how do you make sure that there might be multiple reasons why your article might get rejected? It might be because of, the quality of the research. For you, this might be a single research paper, but for Royal Society of Chemistry, they might be getting thousands of paper per issue. So whenever they call for papers, they might be getting 1,000 submissions. So they would make sure that they pick the best of the lot, and then they would only publish those best articles. That is how most of the journals operate today. Now, in such cases, a co-author or any any author who has written this particular article would actually get dejected, and he would actually feel that I spent so much of time. Now I have to go ahead and look for any other journal, and then I have to again reformat it, and then again I have to submit it. Now that is one of the most common problems that has been faced by many of the authors today. So in such cases, what you have to do is you just have to go and click on this downward arrow, and then click on change template. Now, when you click on change template, you will actually go on the templates gallery. Now, since in the beginning, when we had started, chemistry, when we had searched for chemistry keyword, we had found a lot of other journals, right? So let's search for the same chemistry. Now, you should be able to find a few other journals as well in the same category. Now, you'll be able to go ahead and search for, now we have medical chemistry from Omics Publishing Group. Let's click on view, and let's see how their particular template looks like. Yeah, now this is how their template looks like. You click on use this format, and now the software will automatically convert that into Omics Publishing Group. So once you apply this uses format, the software will take about 30 seconds to apply that particular format. And after that, what you have to do is you just have to do a refresh and download a PDF. So you just have to work once on your document, and after that, if you wish to change from one template to the other template, now you can see that I have applied Omics Publishing Group, but I have to do a refresh. Now once I do a refresh, this article would actually get converted according to the guidelines of Omics Publishing Group, which is medicinal chemistry journal. So I'm actually on a very low reception area today. So that is the reason it is taking a little time, but generally all of this formatting happens within 10 to 15 seconds. Now you can see that the same article has been converted into Omics Publishing Group. Right now, but here let's just go on layout and then let's change it. You can click on PDF and then just download it as a PDF and just include uncited reference. And now once you click on download PDF, the same PDF would actually get downloaded within a span of about 30 to 60 seconds. Now this PDF is according to the Omics Publishing Group. Now here in the layout as well, so now bibliographic style also has been changed. You can see that it is showing you as medicinal chemistry style. Now let's just compare this particular document. Now this is according to Royal Society of Chemistry. Now this is according to Omics Publishing Group. Now you can see that their abstract style was completely different. Their affiliation style was completely different. Just one moment. Now their affiliation style was completely different and their affiliation style is completely different. Now when you go back to their references, their style is completely different. And when you go back to their references, they have a completely different reference style. So this is how the software will be able to reformat your article from one journal to the other journal. Now, you might be thinking that the software also has the capability to convert a research article into the software also has the capability to convert a research article into any thesis template. So we have multiple universities who are actually using us for the thesis formatting as well. Now, since Bharatiya Vidya Peeth deemed to be university is affiliated to Pune University. Now, let's see if we have any of the thesis template from Mumbai or so we have one of our client which is with the name Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology. So this is their thesis template. Now you can see that this is how the thesis template looks like. Now once you click on use this format, the software will automatically convert this journal paper or this research article into a thesis template, into a thesis format. So if a researcher or if an author wishes to convert his research article into a thesis format, so he can just go ahead and choose a particular thesis template on the platform, and then he should be able to go ahead and convert that according to the thesis template. So now you might ask me a question that how do we add a thesis template? So to add a thesis template, you must be having a premium subscription with TYPESET, and you must be having an institutional subscription as well. Now if I do a refresh, then the software will automatically convert this same research article into a thesis template of RIT, where the software would automatically format, add the certificate, it would automatically add the front page and all of that. Specifications will be taken care by the software. Now you can see that this is the same article. Now it has been converted into a thesis template. Now similarly, you just go and click on output, download as PDF, and then the PDF would automatically get downloaded. Yeah, this is the document that we had converted into thesis template. Now you can see that this is how the template looks like. It has been converted according to the thesis template of RIT. So we have many other universities who are actually have the thesis template on our platform. Now let's search for a few of the journal templates, and then I should be able to show you a few examples. Whenever you click on change template, you can go on the university tab, and then you should be able to find a lot of thesis templates that are available on the platform. Now, RIT is one of our existing customers. They have been using TypeSearch since the past 1 year, and that is the reason we have the thesis template on the platform. Now you click here on the universities, and then you should be able to find a research article here. You should be able to find any thesis template from different universities. Like you can see, we have Massachusetts Institute of Technology, we have ETH Zurich, we have Stanford, We have University of Berkeley. We have university in Malaysia, and we have a few Indian universities as well. We should be able to have the thesis template of Shivaji University as well, because I do remember that we had actually added those thesis template. Similarly, if you have an now you can see like we have Anna University, Crescent Institute of Technology, IK Gujarat Punjab Technical University, and K Society Rajaram Bapu Institute, right? So like that, we should be able to have a lot of other, like you have University of Mumbai. You click on University of Mumbai, you should be able to find that template, and then just click on the template and just apply it. So like this, you'll be able to choose from any one of the university as well. VTU thesis template as well. Now since I've already converted into one thesis template, it's a very easy task. You just go on the university, search for Mumbai University, and you should be able to, if we have a template, you should be able to find that. Yeah, now you can see thesis template for Mumbai University. Let's just apply this, and then you will see that how this template looks like. You click on use this format. And now the software should be able to convert the same research article according to the thesis template of Mumbai University. Now, since we have changed the template, you just need to do a refresh. Now, once you do a refresh, the same art journal article, which was initially converted into Royal Society of Chemistry, and then it was converted into Omics Publishing Group of a different journal, and then we converted into a thesis template of RIT. Now, the same article is actually getting converted into a template of thesis template for Mumbai University. So this is how the software will be able to, convert from one format to the other format. So basically, if you look at how the software operates, you will understand that the software takes care of all the formatting and the typesetting and all of those specification issues. So what you will have to do is you just have to go ahead and choose the template and then upload your research article. That is the only thing that you have to take care of yourself. Now, since when we started, we actually converted that into a Royal Society of Chemistry journal. This is one of the format. Now we again applied a few line numbers and all of those specific changes, modifications, and then we converted into a different style. And then we converted into Omics Publishing Group. And then we again converted that into a thesis template of RIT. Now we have applied the University thesis of Mumbai. Now the same article should be converted into a thesis template of Mumbai University. Yeah, now you can see that this is the template Mumbai University. Now once you have applied this particular template, you just click on PDF and then download and include unsighted reference. Click on PDF document would actually get converted into a thesis template of Mumbai University. Now, similarly, now since many of the participants of the webinar today are from universities and institutions, you might be writing a lot of papers and articles for conferences as well, right? So we have multiple conference templates on our platform. So you can just go ahead and choose any one of the conference template. Like we have conferences from Nature, Elsevier, ACM, AFR, AIAA, or like many other templates. Now let's just go ahead and choose this ACM template. Then you click on this template and then you apply, use this format. So this is the template of ACM conference. So you can see that the same research article can be converted into multiple things. You will be able to convert that from one journal style to the other journal style. Now, if you wish to convert the same research article into a thesis, you can convert that into a thesis template. Now, if you wish to convert that into a, if you wish to convert that into a, if you wish to convert that into a, into a conference template, you can just go ahead and convert that into a conference template as well. So basically what we are currently doing is we are helping in formatting and also in reformatting a particular research article into multiple different formats. So we believe that the researcher should only do research, and the formatting and understanding of the guidelines and reformatting from one journal to the other journal should be taken care by intelligent software like TypeSet, so that the researchers can take that time and do better research and improve the quality of their research. Yeah. You can see that this is the template of that particular ASM conference, right? Now you click on output and then download it as a PDF. Similarly, you might be asking me, you might have questions that what are the kind of journals that we have. So we have more than 50,000 plus Scopus index journals, Scopus and Web of Science index journals on the platform. You can name any one of the journal, and you should be able to find. Like you can just go ahead and put in any one of the keyword. Now let's say if I put in as astrophysics, I should be able to find a few journals which are in the astrophysics domain. At least, like you can see, like for astronomy and astrophysics, we have about 883 results. So if you're writing a research article in astrophysics, you can just go ahead and search. Now, if you're writing for nanotechnology, you can just search for nanotechnology here. Right? So we have so many journals under nanotechnology, 321. Now, if you're writing for quantum physics, you search for quantum physics, and then you'll have like 8 or not 7 results which can help you write in quantum physics. So this is how the software is not only helping you in formatting, but we're also helping you in journal discovery, which in turn will actually increase the chances of your paper being published in any one of the journals that we have shown in the templates gallery. So we initially started with converting a research article into one journal, then we switched to the other journal, and then we switched to one thesis template, and then we switched to the other thesis template, and then at a later point of time we converted the same research article into a conference template. So this is how you can use TypeSet and automatically take care of the formatting needs of a particular research article. And then you can so what we believe is, we believe that the researcher should only do research, and the formatting and the following of guidelines and all of such things should be taken care by a software like TypeSet. So this is about a kind of a live demonstration that we had. Now we will go on to the answering each one of the questions that we have in the chat panel. So let's start by answering each one of the questions. So with respect to the certificates, that is the attendance certificates, so you will receive a feedback link. So once you put in the feedback link, once you put in your feedback on the link, the certificate will automatically get generated, and you should be able to receive that on the email address that you have used to register yourself for the webinar. Now we will look out for the questions. Sachin Kadam, does journal search provide details about journal status with respect to Scopus, Web of Science, careless impact factors? Absolutely, yes. Whenever you search for a particular journal, the journal would actually tell you whenever you click on whenever you search for a journal style, we do have the impact factor score, and we do have like how many journals, how many people have used that particular template, or how many people. Now, let's say if I have searched for this journal, you will have that information that is appeared. Now you can see here that what is the ISSN impact factor or acceptance rate or frequency, open access, citation style, and publication language. Like this, you should be able to find it. Right now, if there is no impact factor, it has not been updated by the team at TypeSet, or it has not been provided by the journal, or it has make it mandatory to not show the impact factor or such, or any such thing. So Dr. Sachin Kadam, if you search for any one of the journal, you should be able to find all the details here. Any updated table, only data is to be updated. How will the change? We have to replace the table or any linking mechanism. Narendra Kumar, so whenever you make a change in the table, you will just able to go ahead and edit that particular table, and then you just do a refresh as I was showing to you before. Now let me show you an example of that. So you can just go on the table, and you will be able to edit the table content. So it just works exactly like an MS Word. So you should be able to go ahead and make any edit on the table as well. But if you want that change to be appearing in the PDF, you then have to click on refresh. Now, right, this is the table, right? So you change the number to 43567, like 43,567. And then if you want to apply this change, just do a refresh. Simple as that. So Sachin Kadam, yes, we do have an integrated plagiarism checker, which is inbuilt within the software. So we are integrated with Unicheck. Unicheck is our plagiarism partner. Now the next question is the trial version is just for download 1,000 words. Only downloading one paper would use of the trial version. Which plan would you recommend to buy a better use? Harshita Chari, so we generally recommend an institutional subscription. So we would recommend you to get in touch with the librarian at your particular institution or the chief information officer, and tell them about the product, and then they should be able to go for an university subscription. So if you go for an university subscription, you will be able to give you kind of a priority support, and we will be able to upload and build many journal templates that are widely used by authors at your particular institution. So if you want to go for an individual plan, then we do have on our website on the pricing page, you can just go ahead and have a look at the different options. Dhanashri, yes. So we have international and national journals as well. Praveen Gupta, please share a recording of this presentation. The recording should be available on the YouTube channel of Nexus. Mahesh, could you please add in the YouTube channel link here, and then people should be able to find the webinar. Archana Thorat, it's paid or free. So we do have a free trial version, which is up to about 1,000 words. And if you want to go for a paid version, you can ask the librarian or the chief information officer to get in touch with Mr. Mahesh. So Mr. Mahesh is the right person in terms of the university subscription. Pratap Patil, yet you have to be technically expert. Oh, absolutely, yes. So typeset only helps you in terms of formatting, in terms of choosing a particular journal, and from converting one journal format to the other journal format. Ultimately, the quality of the research and the nature of the research and the way the research has been projected is what will let the journal select a particular research article. But what typesetting does, the typeset helps you. So typeset helps you in formatting your research article into submission guideline. Now, when you submit a research article, there might be hundreds of other people like you who will be able to submit a research article. Now, how does a journal segregate between them? The first step that a journal segregates is whether or not the article is according to the submission format, right? So typeset takes care of that first hurdle. So we make sure that all the guidelines are met according to their, according to the guidelines of a particular journal. Now, ultimately, the quality of the research and the nature of the research is something that will get your article published. So can we see the list of UGC Care listed journals here? So absolutely, you can just go ahead and search for any of the UGC Care journal, and it should be that particular format should be available in the templates gallery. And if they are not there, we should be able to add it if you have a premium account with us. Rahul Kotwadekar, this is a good question. Some of the journals may change or modify the template over a period of time. Would the update or modified template be updated in the software? So what happens is we have an updation cycle of about 7 days, so once in a week. So what happens is whenever there is a new guideline that has been pushed by the journal, so what happens is we have an automated system that will alert us, and we'll be able to automatically go ahead and update that particular guidelines. Now, if you find any template that has not been updated, you can request us, you can reach out to our customer support here by clicking on this, and you can tell that this particular template has not been updated. And one of our customer support executive will give you an ETA within which the template would be updated. Dr. Baljit Kaur, absolutely right. So you do not need to be a technically, you do not need any kind of a technical expertise. You can just use the software right away. Just create a free account for yourself, and then just play around with the software, then you should be able to get used to it. Rutuja, yes. So we are integrated with Unicheck. So I'll show you how our particular plagiarism file should be looking like. Now this is how the plagiarism file would look like. So we have just launched a new design. So that is the reason you're not able to see the request for plagiarism, but you will have an option here which will show you request for plagiarism here. Now, the moment you click on it, you will after a period of about 10 to 15 minutes, once the plagiarism check has been happened, you'll be able to click on this, and then you'll be able to find a document that would look like this. So Ujjwala Bendale, does it help in referencing style and footnotes as well? Absolutely, yes. So our expertise in, so we, our USP is in formatting of bibliography style. So as I was showing to you during the demonstration, you can completely change from one.
Mr. Jichan, your voice is breaking.
Sir, we can't hear you.
No, ma'am.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Vagsi. But we
Hello,
can't
Mr.
hear. Zishan sir is not audible.
One second.
So by the time the audio from Zishan sir will start, so
We already
thank
covered the most of the thing, ma'am. We have covered the
yes,
all session.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
just 1 to 2 questions are pending only. 1 second. Yes. He joined.
No.
Jichan, are you audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
Mahesh,
yes.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm getting your voice.
Okay, one more.
Just please cover the questions, Jichan.
Yeah, so I'm there only.
There is a one question from YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay. So 1 second.
Sachin Kadam, does it provide support to provide grammar, semantics, or writing style? So TypeSet is a generic editor. We do not have any specialization in terms of a subject area. So that is the reason we have currently not built any grammar integration. But you can use any grammar tools such as Grammarly or Ginger software that can actually help do that job pretty well.
We are only providing the spelling checker, na?
Yeah, that is only spell checker. So if there is a wrong spelling, it will indicate you that it is a wrong spelling. That is the basic spell checker. Pushpalata Shivaji Patil, typeset required for computer application or computer science. It can be from any subject area actually. It can be from biology, chemistry, or anything like that. Rutuja, sign up is taking some time now. Please do a hard refresh and try on Google Chrome. You should be able to do that. Mangesh Asavilkar, research paper exceeding 1,000 words. What are the charges? Please visit typeset.io and have a look at the pricing page, and you should be able to have a look at it. So can you share the feedback link? Mahesh, can you please add the feedback link in the chat option? There are a few users who are actually asking for us, so they can put in their feedback link and they'll be able to generate a certificate for themselves. So I'm Sunita Kulkarni. I'm interested in journals of English literature too. So you can just go on the templates gallery and you should be able to find. You can just type in as English literature, and if there's any journal on the platform, you should be able to find that. Mahesh, I think we are more or less done with the questions. So could we wind up the session here?
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
So
So I take this opportunity to thank all the participants who are a part of the webinar, and I also take this opportunity to thank Baljeet Kaur, who's the point of contact at the Bharati Vidyapeeth University, who has coordinated with us in terms of setting up this webinar. And also I would like to extend my thanks to Mr. Mahesh Wag from Nexus Subscription Company and all the other people who were a part of organizing this webinar. So we do have a Telegram group where we keep posting all the upcoming webinars or anything related to research. So Mr. Mahesh, it would be great if you can share that webinar. That group link here in the chat as well, so people can join in. And if we have any future webinars, we should be able to notify you as well. So, and I also thank everybody for your patience and all for being part of this webinar and making it a successful one. So you can put in your feedback on the feedback link, and you should be able to, receive a participation certificate as well. So you guys have a great rest of the day, and please feel free to sign up and reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yeah. Thanks for giving opportunity to give a presentation to the Dr. Aryan Patil sir, Sandeep Patil sir, Sachin Verenkar sir, and Dr. Anand Bhalerao sir, and Baljeet Kaur ma'am, and Shruti Oza ma'am. Thanks for giving opportunity for these presentations and webinar.
Sir, I would
Yeah.
like to thanks to all the faculty members, research scholars, not only from Maharashtra, even I could see the participants from Haryana also and the northern part of the country. So thanks all for joining for this event. And I would like to thanks to Vag sir and Jishan sir for being an excellent presenter for the day and explaining all the queries and the concept to all the participants. So no doubt it is a very good tool. So all of us need to explore this tool at our end, and we can always reach out to you for all our queries and problems. And especially thank to Bharati Vidyapeeth University, because our university promote research at every front. So so thanks for providing us this platform. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Jishan. So we are going to wind up this session right now. If you have any query, I am just putting my contact number. So please contact us on that number. So Mahesh Wag. My contact number is 8485 034 736. If you have any query regarding the any journals and research paper writing and publishing, please contact us. Yeah, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. So thank you, Jishan. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks to all of you. Please fill up share your feedback with us. So it will be helpful for us. Thank you.